Hello again, YouTube, and welcome to the Monthly Scribble Review for November 2015. This is something I've started doing every month so that you can catch the Scribblenauts creation episodes that have happened on any given month in case you've missed any of them. At the end of every Monthly Scribble Review, I also answer some questions that have come up from time to time that I think everyone should publicly hear the answer to. So we'll get started now with the Monthly Scribble Review for November 2015. The first Scribblenauts episode for November was on November 1st, and it was largely to celebrate Halloween being the previous day before. Sonic.exe was the creation, along with a very spooky intro containing DrKendo musics, with Sonic.exe sound effects thrown in there, so please click the annotation on screen now to see the full episode. Moving on, it was November 6th that I made a new creation to honor a great milestone for Kendopolis that was actually achieved back in July. YouTube finally sent out my Silver Play Button Award, which is something given to channels that surpass 100,000 subscribers. At this point of this recording, I am close to 115,000. So anyway, I created the award in Scribblenauts with an in-person unboxing. Click the annotation on screen to be taken to that episode. The next Scribblenauts episode was on November 8th, in which we returned to some Five Nights at Freddy's content because the Halloween DLC was obviously released in close proximity to that date. The Jacko animatronics, the Nightmare Puppet, BB, Mangle, they're all there. And yes, it is called Nightmarion, not Night Marionette. I even showed the screenshot that comes from the actual extras menu from the actual game. Either way, click the annotation to go to that episode now. On November 14th, I created John Cena! But I also showed everyone how to finally create my DrKendo avatar that I use in almost every single episode. Hilarious intro and spectacle mashup remix outro included. Anyway, click the annotation on screen to be taken to that episode. November 22nd, my father's birthday, marks the date of some creations I had been working on over time in Scribblenauts Unlimited. All of you know that I don't have much free time, what with being married, working, having 2 dogs, caring for my dad, doing music and voice acting, and wearing some 25 hats just to keep my YouTube and Twitch channels afloat. Well, I spent those few free minutes that I get to breathe doing more creation work for you guys. The episode showcased the night plants from Plants vs. Zombies, the first game. Of course, click the annotation on screen now to view that episode. And finally, on November 29th, I made Sans and Papyrus from the game Undertale. The Skelebros mark the first episode in what will be continued in another episode or episodes shortly to include the other main characters of the game. Check it out with the annotation on screen now. Alrighty, real quick before we go, it's question time! For each monthly Scribble review, I pick some general questions that have been asked of me in the comments section that I feel others should know about or have answered as well. There's just one question for this month, and that is as follows. Question, quote, will you take Scribblenauts requests on Miiverse, the DrKendo Facebook or Twitter pages, on live streams, or anywhere other than Scribble YouTube videos? Anyway, my response. I'm very sorry, but nope. Wish I could just take them anywhere, but I only acknowledge and count the suggestions made on Scribble creation videos. This is not just to make some baseless rule, but rather, my decision is actually rooted in logic and efficiency for the channel's sake. To explain a little further, I do see every single comment that comes through on my YouTube channel, and I reply to every single comment that makes sense to reply to. Now, while I also see most, if not all, the comments on these other platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Miiverse, etc., the reason I can only count the YouTube requests on Scribblenauts Unlimited Object Editor episodes is for organization mainly. YouTube is something that I check constantly, every day, every hour, practically every few minutes. Don't hold me to that, it's just something that I do check a lot. Granted, I'm gonna have those times where I can't check it every minute, or every hour. Those other platforms may take longer for me to get to, however. But again, the organization is much easier and very plain to see on YouTube comments in my Scribble creation vids. And since I just create whatever is most popular or most requested over there, I can see which request is quite obviously the most popular or most requested suggestion. I hope that makes sense. It's highly for organization, keeping all of these requests in one place, organized. Well, alrighty then, that wraps it up for this month's Scribble review, so don't forget to watch every Sunday when I upload a new episode, and if you stay tuned to the DrKendo Facebook and Twitter pages, you can get updates whenever I do more than the regular Sunday upload, and updates on live streams or behind the scenes kinds of things, etc, etc. So I will catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
I've been down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives, so the spectacle begins. I've been down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives, so the spectacle begins.